All right, ladies and gentlemen, a very quick lesson on dotted notes. You might find a dot placed to the right-hand side of a note, or a rest, actually. It could happen on a note or a rest. Anytime you find that, it increases the value of that note by half. It doesn't reduce the value of the note, it increases it. So instead of the regular full value of the note, 100% of the note, you have 150% of the note. All right, so a few examples. Here you have a half note, you know it gets 2 beats, 2 quarter note pulses. A dotted half note, as you can see here, adds half of the value. So it adds half of 2, or in other words, 1. Okay, so 2 quarter note beats, two beats for the half note, 1 for the dot. So this is a 3-beat note. Okay, you can add it to any note value. Here you have a whole note for 4 beats. Dotted whole note gets half of the adds half the value. So quarter note, 4 beats for the whole note, 2 for the dot, so because you're adding half of a whole note, that equals a 6-beat note. You can do it to a quarter note gets 1 beat, the dot in this case adds half a beat. All right, so to hear those pulses, I'm just going to play them for you real quick. Here comes a metronome at about 100 beats a minute. Okay, now to hear these, first I'll play you, and we'll go through these one at a time. Okay, we'll start with a half note, and then hear a dotted half note. So I'll play a half note in one bar, a dotted half note in the next bar. Here it comes, 3, 4, and a dotted half. Okay, hopefully you heard the difference. 2 beats for the first half note, a dotted half note gets 3 beats. Here comes a half note again, followed by a dotted half. 1, 2, 3, 4. Off. 1, 2, 3, off. All right. So hopefully you heard the difference. It's just a half of the value longer. A dotted whole note will of course last a long time. 6 whole beats. Here's the metronome again. And a whole note goes like this. 2, 3, 4, off. A dotted whole note, it sounds like this. 2, 3, 4. Okay, notice it added another, it went halfway into the next bar. Okay. A quarter note versus a dotted quarter note might be a little bit more tricky to hear because it lasts only a tiny bit longer. But let's try it. Okay, here's a quarter note. 2, 3, 4. Right? Those are quarter notes. You were done it by the second beat. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Now here's a dotted quarter note. 1, 2. Notice how we're cutting it off halfway into beat 2. Hear it again. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Versus a quarter note. Okay, so here's where you really have to be counting carefully, and even though you're holding longer note values, you're really subdividing well. You're counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, now from here to the end of the worksheet is really just some math games. So draw these notes in order from shortest to longest. Find in here which is the longest note value and put it on the end. Put it on the left-hand side. Oh, sorry, from shortest to longest. Find the shortest note value and put it over here on the end. And then find the next shortest note value and put it beside and work your way across. If at any point you find you are stuck and you're not sure which one to do, start at the other side. Okay, so just so I can remember, the shortest note value will go over here. The longest note value goes on this end, and you can work your way in. So find the longest note value to go here, the next note value to go there, the next note value to go there, the shortest little guy there, the next littlest guy there, and just make that spectrum across. Okay, you can do that on your own. Match each note with its corresponding rest. So similar to what you did before, but now we're including dotted rhythms. So where is the whole note? Here's the whole note. Where is the corresponding whole rest? Here's a dotted half note. Where's the dotted half rest on the right-hand side? Okay, so just draw a line to wherever they belong. And then finally complete the following beat sums. Beat sums is just a term, do some musical math, right? Here you have a half note. A half note gets how many beats? A dotted half note gets how many beats? A quarter note gets how many beats? And that gives you the proper answer, okay? To do the first, I'll just do the first one with you, okay? Just so you get an idea. And really, guys, it still helps me to just write the note values underneath. So a half note gets 2 counts of time, or 2 quarter note beats. A dotted half note, of course, a dot adds half the value, so 2 plus 1, that's a 3-beat note. A quarter note gets 1, so what is 2 plus 3 plus 1? Well, that's 6 quarter note beats, okay? You can do the same math for everything else and carry on. We'll, of course, take that up in class, and we'll move on, all right? Take care. Have a good day.